Hello and welcome to another episode of the Y'all Dirty Podcast, where we talk all things dirty when it comes to our homes, hygiene, and really just anything that gets under our skin. I am your host, Sarah, professional organizer, cleaner, packer in the Indianapolis area, as well as in Nashville, Tennessee. And beginning...
Go ahead.
And then there's Eric. Hello, Eric.
Hello.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know, just the way you said packer, it was just funny.
I'm a packer. I'm packing.
The old silver fox
you know
over
how
there.
It is. Yeah. I know. Okay,
Step aside, Alex Trebek.
For those of you who aren't watching on YouTube, I have these little gray hairs that are sticking. Oh, I think I caught it. Did I get it?
Mm-hmm.
My stylist is going to kill me if I pluck another one. There.
Well,
is it calm? Did I calm it down?
From here, there's...
It's just very blonde.
No, I'm only 20 feet away, so, you know, it's...
The lighting in here is very harsh.
Is it?
It is. It is. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so I guess I'll just finish my spiel later.
Sounds good.
I was going to say, and this is what I put in the bonus episode, is that starting in 2023, I will also be working in Louisville, Kentucky.
What?
So this is my shout out that if someone is interested, what's that? Oh, thank you.
Key to the building.
Oh, and I get a pop-it thing?
Yep.
Is that just a fun little toy for me, or did you already have this?
It's getting pretty serious for Sarah and I.
Mm-hmm. Eric has given me a key to his place.
Yes, he has. Use it wisely.
Oh my gosh, I like this. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
I like the pop-it. It's gonna distract me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you. That way I can storm in when you're doing another podcast and
seems about
act
right.
all jealous.
Yeah. Who is that? Who is she?
Who is she? Who is that? Yeah. I think that's a great idea. Let's add some drama to this thing.
Yeah, why not?
So how have you been? It's been, what, 3 weeks? I did not expect for us to go that long.
Well, hold on a second here.
Okay.
You can tell it's been a while because it's taking me this long.
That's what she said.
Life goes on. There's things that
you found it
happen.
pretty quick.
Well, I don't want to hit it again, but yeah.
That's what she said.
Yes.
I actually need to get my own little button. I did see them on sale at the Marshalls. Do you know that they've got like the little office buttons that you can just hit?
Yeah, I've got one. Hang on.
Do you really?
I think so.
Are you going to share it with me so that I can play too?
Your family member that works with me got it for me.
Oh, goodness.
I gotta find it. Go keep babbling about your other stuff.
Okay, so if you were in the Louisville, Kentucky area and you would like some help with either organizing, cleaning, or if you're if you're going to be packing for a move.
I'm gonna just mute this.
Eric and I are all discombobulated. It has been a while and we're trying to get set up. You know, if you actually let me get set up when I come in, instead of just saying, hey, are you ready? As soon as I walk through the door, we would have all of this set up.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Did you find it?
No, but I found the...
Is that mood lighting? What is that?
It's to the rope lighting.
Oh, okay, so it is. Why don't you just go ahead and turn your mic back on?
Well, hang on. Okay, I can, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I don't have to have it. Why don't we just look for it next time? You know, if you were organized...
Shut it, woman.
Eric, have you ever had a professional organizer come into the studio and kind of put some of this stuff into a different...
Yes, her name's Sarah, and she's terrible, but she's probably a good organizer. If nagging correlates with organizing, then you're probably like...
I don't know, but I think this is the most I've seen you move. It's kind of like a small workout. It's okay. We'll
I can't
look
find it. I may have taken it home, but...
What is under your thing right there? What is the purple? What is that?
This?
No, it's like is that a sandbag?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And? You don't have sandbags at home? I mean...
I will say that if I worked on this project, there would be a lot of unique, like, okay, what is that tulip thing up there?
That was a gift from someone that visits the Tulip Festival every year.
Oh, okay. Where's that at?
Holland, Michigan.
Okay.
Next question.
Okay. We have to get a camera on you, Eric. We have
Negative.
to. Okay, so what's up with the 3 plastic hangers hanging from the ceiling? Why are they in that fashion?
Well, I was making a mobile for somebody else that works
So
here.
you could take a nap?
No, well,
You're like
it's
a
going to turn out
baby.
that way.
Okay.
She had it removed immediately, so I'm going to take pictures of her and decorate it and put it back in the office.
Okay, so other than the 3 plastic white hangers, what else were you going to hang with it?
I'm going to put pictures of her all over it.
Oh, pictures of her?
Unflattering pictures, yeah. Like when her, like chin down looking at something, like from the side.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
Okay.
Encouraging things.
Okay, and then over there you've got some, what is
Little light reading material.
what is that, Hitler? So
Yeah.
you are reading an organizing book.
Thank you. This is true.
We talked about that last time. So you've got one of my competitors' literature
Yeah.
right in front of you.
This is true.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so over in that corner you've got paper cups.
Yep.
Is that a Nerf gun or is that a water gun?
That is a Nerf gun, a big one. That's an iMac. That's a whole computer there.
Okay.
That's part of the security alarm system. There's a couple more microphones, studio
Okay.
monitor, motion detector.
Okay. Why do you need that box? Is there something in that box? Down there, the record player?
Oh, that's another one of your family members.
So full disclosure for HR, one of my family members works with Eric.
Heyo.
I can't even imagine. You know, it's disturbing for me because if I talk to my family member and they tell me stuff about you that I didn't need to know, and then I talk to you and you tell me stuff about my family member that I did, like, it's just too much. It's TMI.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I've got some great stories then to tell you.
I know you do. I don't think I want to hear them.
Did you hear the one about the kid in the wheelchair?
Yes, you told me about that one. Let's just leave it at
Just
that.
making sure. I wonder if I can get him in on the phone.
But you know what? I don't think he knows that you
know?
told me about that.
That's. I don't tell you important things about him. I just tell you the awesome things.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's something that a family member should not hear about another family member. So we'll just leave it at that. Okay. And then what is this contraption over here? That wood thing?
That is a trebuchet.
What is that?
It's just, hang on, it's missing a piece. Let me.
Is that like a medieval thing? I tell you what, you sound people. I have been in studios before, and just the things that people have lying around. Oh my goodness, what is that?
Seen these.
What does it do?
You know, when you throw stuff over.
Yeah. Oh, like the castle. Mm-hmm. Okay, so why does one have that in a recording studio?
Why wouldn't you have one?
Eric, I feel like we need to schedule a free consultation, which I provide.
Yeah, I could see that.
Can you find? Okay, so this was a very good example. This is what happens when I start talking to people, and I'm glad that we went through even though we didn't rehearse this. When I meet with people and they say, I can't find something, can you mostly find the things that you're looking for?
Yeah, other than that, that's what she said thing. I know. Yeah, I've got everything kind of
and you've
figured
got all
out.
your mouthwashes and weird stuff over there. I know you've got all your hygiene things. It's like a little mini half bath over there. Where's your hand towel? Ooh, speaking of, so the new giblet towels came. There are 2. And I'm still not happy with the font. And I washed one just because I wanted to see how it washed. Did you wash the one that I gave you?
No, I'm cherishing it. I really
Okay.
haven't washed it. Done it. Does it come apart?
No, it's still it's a very dense, thick cotton.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the print doesn't bleed because it's all black text, but it just kind of fades. I don't know. I'm going to, when I had the kids brand and I did printing in Nashville, we did screen printing down there, and I may reach out to them and have them. What's that? What are you pointing at? What is that?
Take that over there with you so the audience can see it.
What is it?
It's a phrenology head. So
If I were organizing this office, where would I? Okay, people, this is what's staring at me as I...
I use that to diagnose my coworkers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so where did you get this? What is this?
You know the place where that guy bought the mogwai?
I'm sorry, the what?
The mogwai?
What is that?
The thing before it's a gremlin? When they're furry?
Oh, like in the gremlin, like before they hatch into the...
Same place. So by looking at that...
Wait a minute. Okay, so obviously the gremlin is a fictional... What are you talking about where you can buy it?
You said, where did I get it? I'm telling you where I bought it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same guy.
The same guy what?
That sells the mogwais.
I feel like we need to start a separate podcast. I feel like we have so much that we need to unpack here. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't want this staring at me. So okay. So on the back part, it says selfish sentiments, moral and religious sentiments.
So back in the old days, they thought they could look at, they thought they could look at people's head and the knots and like the bumps and correlate it with that and go, oh, well, that's so.
Okay.
It's not even a pseudoscience. It's totally fake, but I still use it to diagnose people.
You do have a bump back here in your secrets area of your head. Can't wait till we get to that.
On
all right.
Your right side, top.
The right side of my head?
Right, yep, up a little more.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Now, what's that? There.
On the right side. Intellect.
Keep going.
Reasoning. Reflective.
Yes.
Perfecting group. Intuitive.
Yours looks a little shallow right there. That's the point.
I thought you were going to say that's where I had the biggest bump. All right.
Oh, no. Nope.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah,
okay.
You can just let him sit there. Yep.
Yeah, he's going to look away. I need him to look away from me.
That's Roger Moore.
Roger Moore.
I don't know. I just named it that.
Okay.
Okay. So.
I'm already kind of tired. Are we done?
That's what she said.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want to tell them the topic this week?
We never just tell them the topic. I did want to tell you one thing before we start. So yesterday, my mom had her cataract surgery.
Okay.
So she was a champ. My aunt took her, and I went to a client, and she texted me, I think, 2 hours after she drove her there and said, hey, she's out of surgery and she can see the clock. And then last night she came home with this thing that almost looked like the fly.
Yeah.
And she slept in it and woke up. To have that done. So I think I may have to reschedule my LASIK thing just because I want to be able to see like everyone else.
Too old.
Did you call them?
I'm going to.
I need you to make some phone calls for me.
Oh, don't worry.
I told you that I'm getting my chesticles smushed on Friday.
Looking forward to it.
So ladies, if you haven't gotten your chesticles smushed lately, looking forward to it. Is that what you said? Are you going to be there?
No, we could open up a side business here. I'm not qualified, but maybe I am. I don't know.
And you could do like the pre-op, or not the pre-op, but the pre-exam.
It's more of a grading scale, but sure.
Well, I will tell you as a woman, like I don't like to do the self-exam. I admit that. You're supposed to do a self-exam like pretty frequently where you actually like lift up your arm and you like start feeling it. I know. For those of you...
You're kind of ruining boobs for everyone. I just want you to know that.
Am I? I thought just talking about them would...
I don't know. Just the whole raising the arm. I don't know why that was too much.
Like this?
Yep, too much. It's it's too medical.
Just seeing my armpit, like... Okay,
Yeah.
so I guess you've got to be arms down. These are... Ladies, listen to these little suggestions. So when you're at a bar, you shouldn't like raise your arms above your head.
Not if you're going to talk about self-exams.
That's how you do it.
Is it?
So the last episode, we talked about walls. I won't even say it because I'm not even going to bring that conversation into this one. But I promised Eric we would talk about something a little more fun. So plus, I have handed over the majority of the research and preparation to him. Not that I need to take a break, but I'm going to let you kind of lead this one, buddy. So you have the clip for us today?
I've got a sound clip. So we're going to talk about car interiors.
Oh, I thought you were going to play the clip and do the dun-dun-dun. No,
No, I'm going to play it.
I promised Eric we could talk about cars and then boobs today.
Yes.
So I did bring up the boobs. Is there anything else
But you made
boob-wise?
it medically, so that's... Anyway. Yeah, big fan.
Big fan of cars.
And...
Chesticles?
Yes.
Okay.
But, okay.
So you should be a very happy camper today.
I'm pretty happy.
Okay. I can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little chipper.
Yeah. That's great. Okay.
So
I'm just going to sit back and relax and see what you have for us.
So one of the shows that I watch, they've done this twice, but they take their cars in and they swab them and see what all was inside.
Yes.
So we'll just roll this clip and then
Okay.
go from there.
So excited.
Yes.
Well, do you know what I'm worried about most of all that they find in my car?
What?
Gentleman's relish.
Well, I quite like gentleman's relish.
Oh, you don't? Oh, right, okay.
You don't mean the stuff from the jar.
After many hours, the boss came over with the results.
Right, I'm John Manlove.
Can we stick to John? Otherwise, we're just going to get giggles.
His name's
This
Manlove.
vehicle here.
Oh, okay.
This is mine.
This had crisp fragments in it.
Crisps is fine. Nobody's worried about
Potato
that.
chips.
There's
okay.
a little bit of vegetation,
Leaves,
bits and pieces such as that, and some flakes of skin.
they'll be mine. So that's not too bad then.
No, not too bad.
Not too bad. Let's move on now. James's car.
Lots of skin in this one, including
Lots
some
of
nice
skin.
large flakes of yellowish skin with some blood staining on it.
A scab!
Somebody's picked a scab in your car.
Full of scabs! Hey, go on.
Seriously?
And anything else worth noting?
Quite a lot. Some nasal mucus. Appeared to be nasal mucus.
That's bogies. He's talking about bogies. Were they smeared on the seat or the sun visor?
There were little
Parasitic
balls in
It's
the
the booger
footwell.
seat.
Shall I just finish James's car?
Yes. Was there more?
The
Excellent.
last one was that the steering wheel was stained with a chemical that can be present in high quantities in saliva.
High quantities of saliva.
So basically, if you're
A
talking
chemical?
though and driving, that's what you may well expect.
So Roy Hattersley owned it, picked his scabs off, spat all over your steering wheel and dropped bogies in large quantities in your footwell.
I don't even like to look at your car now.
But then Mr. Manlove came to Hammond's car.
First of all, there was some black sports type tape with what turned out to be blood staining on it.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Somebody's
Black tape, is
with
that what they
blood on the
said?
end of it. Somebody's been bound.
And murder.
Again, the steering wheel had what appeared to be saliva staining on it. And lastly, really, we had pubic hairs and feces.
Oh my God.
And feces.
So
And
did you just say
feces.
the word feces, you said?
What certainly appeared to be fecal matter, yes.
That's poo, isn't it?
That's poo. It's...
Your car's got poo in it.
Is that normal that you've...
Well, it's like driving around in a Moroccan prison, isn't it, really?
There you go. Moroccan prison.
Moroccan prison.
So
Oh my! Now, did they say if the fecal matter was like on the floor mats, like it could have come off of his shoe, or were they just throwing out what all was
no,
found?
this was stuff they swabbed the steering wheel and the seat, like the shifter, the stuff you touch.
Oh, okay, okay.
So, and they had just bought these 3 BMWs to do this.
Mm-hmm.
So the next round, which I do not have the audio for, they had cars that would be like sports cars, more fun, like really nice Mercedes sports cars, and
Yeah.
they found cocaine, lady juices,
Lady juices.
like the feces, the just all
Yeah.
all of that stuff plus
Just one big spring break
yes.
inside of
So-
this car.
Think about getting in an Uber
Oh, yes.
or a rental car. People are leaving all kinds of stuff behind.
Yes, and you know that they are not playing
Bed bugs.
nice. Bed bugs, is that what you said?
Probably. It was on was it WTHR, the Indy Star, one of the two. They're talking about one of the companies like Orkin of like they're trying spraying all these cars, but
Oh,
it's kind of scary.
it is scary. I mean, I know I had to shop for a new car. Like, I actually had to get 2 cars last year. It was a whole big thing.
Is
Well,
it?
I
You
ended up-
crashed one?
No. I ended up, so because of the chip issue,
Yep.
my Mazda was like at 99,900 and whatever. And because of the chip issue, they actually offered me an extra like $1,500 more than the year prior because they had already given me an offer on it. So I ended up selling it to them, and I got a 2009 Buick Lucerne.
Ooh.
But, the car, my Mazda didn't paid off. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to buy this $5,000 car and drive it. I was making a commitment to drive it for a year, and it actually was pretty clean. But when you think about a car that old and what it has seen, but 2 weeks after I got it, the hood started smoking. And they actually helped me fix it. And then I turned around and sold it.
Well, it's a Buick. So
yeah.
Now, okay, two things. One,
yes.
Spell Lucerne.
Lucerne.
I have no idea.
Is that right?
No one knows. No one knows. No one knows.
No one knows.
So, yes.
You were looking at me like you knew the answer. Yeah, I think that's how you spell it.
I'd like
Lucerne.
to say this. It's a simple mind that can only spell a word one way. So, we'll say that it's correct.
Okay. Thank you. I get my participation trophy now.
Yeah. So, is that a car or an SUV? Did you say that already?
So, the Lucerne was a car. I'm back into an SUV. Yeah. So you remember Neil from high school?
Yeah.
Let's give a shout out to Neil.
Yeah, Neil Graham?
Ed Martin
Is he
Toyota.
He's still at Ed Martin?
He is still there.
Holy moly.
Yeah. We're going to tag him on social media. Well, I am because you're not on social media.
No, I do. I really like Neil. He's always been a really stand-up guy. And if he's still there, he's doing something right.
Yes. Yes. So what I did was when I went back to Mazda, and this is basically the thing was Mazda basically kept saying, you want that car? And they kept shaking their head. And I was like, yeah. And I think when I was looking at the car, I kept thinking that they didn't want me to buy it because I would be embarrassed by it. But clearly, yeah. So I wasn't, in my mind, I was thinking, you know what? I just want to be practical and drive something, cheap for a while, because I took the rest of the money and paid off some stuff, and I felt great about it. And then 2 weeks later, so yeah, Neil was like, if you can drive it onto the lot, then we can. So yeah, Mazda helped me fix it because I kind of went in a little bit angry. Mm-hmm. And then I drove it to Neil and then got into a 2019 SUV.
Yeah,
so
that GMC thing.
Yeah. Yes.
The
only thing I don't like about it is that I have the automatic shut off and I don't have a button to turn that off.
Yeah, that's the nanny state at work.
It's the what?
The nanny state.
The nanny state.
Yeah.
You mean like Big Brother? Is that what you're saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah, everyone does.
Well, because, I'm a pretty good driver, but then I have to be on top of it. Like, I have to be an extra split second. Mm-hmm. Like, if I'm at a stoplight. So I have to wait for it to restart. And
if it's not shutting off longer than 7 seconds, then it's costing you more fuel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Our Volkswagen has that, but you can disable it.
Yeah.
My truck does not have it.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I did say to Neil, though, and this is a long time ago, but I was like, if I was ever going to buy one of these Japanese brands, like a Toyota, I just wouldn't buy one.
You just wouldn't buy one?
Yeah, because they seem bland, and I just...
Oh.
But I kind of take it back,
Yeah. They actually had a really cool setup when we were there, like in the lobby with the whole camp. Have you seen the whole camping thing that Toyota did for a while? It was like this decked out whatever.
The only Toyota to this day I've owned was a 2017 Lexus RX 350, and it was the most unreliable car we've had.
That's what I've heard.
But that's kind of against... I think we had a fluke. I really do. But their service is so good.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You can drop it off and they'll put you in an Uber and take you to the store or whatever. Like, it's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But your point about the Uber is fabulous because, So at the beginning of COVID, did I tell you that on March 1st, 2020, I had to call the ambulance? I was so sick. Mm-mm. And it was just me and my son. So we both rode in the ambulance. And of course, after they tested me, they're like, you know what? You've tested negative for everything. You must have some virus we don't know about yet.
And it's called super herpes. No, I'm joking.
Would you? Oh, I think they know about that.
Oh, yeah. That one's kind
I
of...
think that one's been around for a while. But we had to call an Uber to ride home from the hospital. So I bring that up to say that here I had this virus in March 2020 that they didn't know about yet. And then I hopped into an Uber with my
now
son.
Everyone is dead. Thank you, patient zero.
Yes.
So an ambulance, what they use in an ambulance to disinfect is they have a insane medical grade UV light. They put it in, they close the ambulance up, they turn it on.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because
gosh, you're so smart.
It's going to fall into the automotive section. So yeah, that's what they do. That's what the city does anyway.
Okay.
You know, some of these other ones like the ambulance for hire services, like rural metro.
What about the back of a police car?
Yeah, there's none of that except for the state police.
Do they seriously like power wash, hose the back seats? Like, how do they clean the back of a police car? You know, my stepdad was did you ever work with him when you were at the jail? Did you interact with him or work with him?
A little bit.
Okay.
He was on the tail end. He had retired, but when we would come over to the house, I remember, talking to him, but
oh yeah.
There is no fancy way. Some of them are cloth. They're not even vinyl.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I just can't imagine being back there with all of the drunk people and people purposely like trying to spit through the
Take your little black light there. It's either
I left that at home.
Yeah. It's blood, semen, or urine.
I
hope it's urine. That's a Michael Scott thing.
Yes.
I hope it's urine.
I have it packed for the next hotel travel thing that I do. You know what I'm going to start, not to go on a tangent, but you know what I'm going to start doing when I book hotel rooms? I'm actually, because they've got like a note section where you can make requests or whatever.
Oh, God.
I'm going to.
Don't. You're going to get on some kind of list.
Well, I think what I'm going to start requesting is please remove the comforters from the room, because what happens is when I go, I take them off, I shove them, I don't put them on the ground, I put them like in a chair, but then I can't use the chair because I want nothing to do with the hotel comforter, period. I take my own blanket.
Oh my gosh. You are so fussy.
I know, but I'm healthy.
Yeah,
and I feel clean. Well, I am. Yeah. Do you want to swab me?
You're going to make me keep hitting this.
That's what she said.
But I don't know why you do this.
You don't know why I do what?
Make me always have to push that stupid button.
We'll just wait till. So in searching for this episode, because all I knew of was the topic, I was going to let you do the soundbite and all that stuff, which thank you. That was a very, very good one.
Go ahead.
Now, I was just going to say that I stumbled across a couple of hotel videos that I put in the little file because they're pretty gross, because we have to have a special episode just for hotel rooms, but we'll get to that later.
I was in a hotel, I think it was in Nashville, but the comforter was sticky.
Ugh.
But it wasn't sticky like you're thinking. It was like they dumped syrup or something up. But like, I cannot believe they left it there.
Yes.
Well,
I told you before that when I worked for the Holiday Inn, we only had a certain amount of time. I mean, really all they care about is that, I mean, when you think about it, when you walk into a hotel room and you're looking around, they're worried about the things that people will complain about that they can see.
Right.
So they're telling the people, hey, they're not really saying, now make sure you wipe down the remote control or make sure you swap out those bath towels.
I think if you took just, even if it was like a plastic grocery bag and use it as a glove and just pull that comforter off and put it over in the corner.
Yeah.
You start making requests, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good.
What if I tell them that I am from a podcast that's doing a review?
Oh, they'll love that, I'm sure. Yep. That's going to carry a lot of weight with those people.
With our negative 30 followers after the last episode. I did have an idea, and then we'll get back to the car stuff. So at some point, if we actually start getting some following, what I'd like to do, because both of us travel, right. I mean, not all the time, but enough to where it's, anxiety driven. I would love to kind of have our stamp of approval on different hotels. Like,
Sure.
we could, like, they would have to have certain criteria for us to even go review them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would have to store their bath towels outside of the bathroom. They would have to, meet certain criteria as far as swapping out certain things. So that was just an idea that I had.
No, I think that's probably a decent idea.
Yeah.
The
And then we can put your face everywhere that says it's Eric approved.
Oh yeah, they would love that.
Hey, you never know.
I'm just gonna put on a little music here to go along with what you're gonna call these people. Hang
It's not
on.
the same one as last time, right? The one that you
No.
had to stop.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what's that? I can barely... You look so happy. I could barely hear it. Was it a mariachi?
It's the Mexican hat
Thing.
dance.
Yeah.
I have my phone set to record, so it silences all my stuff. So when I played it on the laptop, it syncs up with the iPhone.
okay.
So it didn't put it through the system because
Gotcha.
it's supposed to have everything be silent right now.
Well, you would be so proud of me because last time you gave me crap because I had all of these articles printed. I had my binder. I had all kinds of stuff. So look at this.
You
Just
killed
one.
400 or 500 trees an episode.
Well, this is just one article, 3 pages.
Okay.
Because I thought, Eric's got it. He's bringing the stuff today. But this was interesting. It said your car steering wheel is totally nasty. Mm-hmm. This is from How Stuff Works. It did say a survey by carrentals.com found that 32% of car owners clean the inside of their car just once a year.
Yeah, that's probably right. I mean, sweeping it out, but to clean it like they're talking about.
Yeah. And then it says 12% never clean inside the car at all. Never. Mm-hmm. So,
Have you seen those cars where like trash is piled up in them?
yes. Did you watch the video I sent?
It was
you?
horrifying. I want to know
Yes.
whose van that was so we can smack them.
Well, it shows at the end. So what I sent Eric, it's from a guy who does detailing in Canada. Did you see that?
I wouldn't have watched it. I didn't even know that. Well, that makes sense why the van was so gross.
Well, he was amazing. And I think it's like the Detail Geek I don't want to get that wrong, but I think that's who it is. But it was an 18-hour, which the video was like 20-some minutes, and I didn't watch to the end. Of course, I watched like halfway through and then jumped to the comments because I wanted to see what people were saying. But yeah, it was an 18-hour clean. By looking at it, you would have thought that this van was like, wouldn't you say like 10 or 15 years old by how much they trashed it?
Well, I just started thinking, you see these parents and their kids are totally out of control.
Yes.
And I just thought, my gosh, like
Yes.
these little heathens are out here in society, affecting society.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, that van is a good representation of people who do zero.
It's not just zero. It's like they can't tell their kids no.
Right.
How much
right.
just food and drinks and stuff was just dumped in the seats?
Yes.
Like
He had to remove the seats. He had to power wash. It was so disgusting.
Yes. Whatever you're thinking right now, it's worse than that.
It's the worst, nastiest. As far as the smells, I forget what he described as far as this. It was everything.
I can't imagine.
But it turns out it was only like a 2-year-old vehicle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you could tell it was
I was
a newer
shocked.
vehicle. So what happens, though, when little Timmy goes and gets in somebody else's van and then
Right.
just wants to dump a Frosty in
Right.
the seat?
Right. Well,
And then they get throat punched. And
well, in the comments, most people said, "Oh my gosh, like I can't believe I can imagine what their house looks like." But then you've got the couple of people that say, "Now, we don't know how crazy their life is and we don't know what they're dealing with." No, I'm going to be one of the first people that steps up and say that is unacceptable. If you are just using your car as a trash can and your kids aren't even trying to keep their food out of the seats.
helicopter parents, I'm sure there's a piece of that. Which I was on the phone while you had to order for your little precious one. Oh my gosh!
What do you mean on the phone for
this
what?
doesn't have so because he can't eat that like you were ordering from some executive. It was hilarious.
Oh, me?
Yes, and you made him send it back because it had like a piece of lettuce or something.
What are you talking about? What was I ordering from?
I don't know. You went through a drive-through while you were on the phone with me.
No, he gets mustard only on his
There we
hamburgers.
go. Yes, that's it.
But I didn't.
This is, like some enraged CEO is going to throw you off a balcony. And I was like, oh, yeah. So
He only likes mustard.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, how do you order? I mean, now I get everything.
I'm just saying, he's two
But he's
steps
very
away.
tidy.
But he's two steps
tidy.
away. You're giving him a lot of rope. He's going to be dumping fries in the seat in no time.
No, he picks up after himself. And I have this little guy. I brought this with me today. My little toy.
Is it?
It's not what you think. He's looking for a button to push.
That's a huge bitch.
2 buttons.
This is from Bissell.
Is it? Bissell is no way affiliated with this podcast now.
Yeah, so there's this little stand. It's so this is okay, so I had the Crew car wash interior membership. Why won't this thing come off? Oh, because this is it comes off right here.
No,
see?
I've got something. Yeah, my wife got me something. She's thoughtful about stuff like that.
Yeah.
I try to keep my car, I mean, it's probably not as clean as yours, but
Well, the thing
it's cleaner
was
than the studio.
this do you want me to rev it up for you?
Sure.
See the power?
There's 3 gerbils in there, folks.
Hey, if there's gerbils in here, it meant that the gerbils were in the studio and you lost them. Do you think you have some kind of critter in here? I'm telling you, your little setup here. Maybe we should do a studio makeover.
Well, there is a considerable amount of money on these so those are there. Somebody's walking through, they bump this.
Yeah.
Like it's weighted.
That's why there were sandbags.
Yes. And at one time, you would have loved this. I had these 2 giant arms. I could swivel these big 32-inch monitors around.
Oh, yeah.
So
I thought you meant like an actual arm where you could smack people because that would be so awesome.
Yes, it was.
Do you think they sell those on Amazon?
I'm going to find out.
Like a smacking arm?
Yep. And what could happen is that could be an OnlyFans for me. People listening pay $1 and then I put it and smack you live on the air. Oh, you
smack me. I thought you meant you would just
just smack you whenever somebody needs $1. Yeah. Pretty simple concept.
So you would make money off of hurting me?
Yes, I thought it was perfectly clear in my...
Okay. I thought you were already doing that on the dark web.
I'm not allowed on the dark web.
Who's not allowing you on the dark web?
Well, someone whom shall remain nameless,
okay,
that lives with me, thinks that if I just even
Is it
click,
Meatball?
Sure. By the way, we got him a pet squirrel. It's a squeaky one, like a little.
Yeah.
He's been trying to get squirrels for so long, and they would get up in the trees and throw nuts at him.
Oh.
And he's got that kind of a bad leg, and so
he does. And he's only 8 pounds.
He's 8 pounds.
Oh.
So now he has a squirrel.
Is he excited? Does he think it's a real squirrel?
I hope so. I'll just. Sorry,
Eric and I haven't seen each other in a while, so we're sharing all of our toys with each other.
Yes.
So while you're looking that up, I'll just talk about this. Bissell, if you want to call us, I'm promoting whatever this is. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, well, they're not going to now. You have it together.
I don't have it together.
I'm promoting whatever this thing is called. I'm just going to put that. Maybe this should go to you.
I saw where you sent me that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Was it on a laptop? Or was
What is
it that? What you sent me earlier?
Yeah, I just had it propped up there. And took a
Oh,
picture
gotcha.
of it.
Okay.
Can you play that video for the viewers?
Play what video?
I just sent it to your phone.
Oh, well, you're going to make... Well, I've got it all set up to record.
Fine. Just add it in post.
Okay.
It's
Of
Meatball.
what?
It's Meatball and his little squirrel.
Oh,
His
we do
little
need to
phone
put... I will... On the website, I need to put some stuff like that.
Yep.
Sorry, I need some water.
Good old Meatball.
Yeah, so I got this little thing because I had my Crew car wash canceled because I'm watching my budget.
It's probably good.
But I will... oh my gosh, now I can't talk. Okay, hold on. Take it over, Eric.
taking it over. So Sarah overspends on car cleaning.
No,
as
I
we're
don't.
learning just now. So the unlimited, what is the unlimited plan with?
No, the interior is way cheap. See, here's the thing. The interior is way cheaper. It's like $19.99 for unlimited interior.
Okay.
And I was going like once a week. But the thing is, you have to get an exterior wash first to be able to go into that lane. And that's where they were killing me. You start out with like $14.99 a month for the first month or 3 months. Then they see how often you go. So mine got kicked up to like $40.
They don't do that anymore.
They don't?
Nope.
Since when?
When I sold when I traded in for that truck I have.
Yeah. Trade in your what?
That QX50 that I had. Anyway.
Okay.
I said, hey, I just want to turn this back on. Do you still have that?
Jeez.
Because I had called Crew and they said the unlimited is based on 3.5 washes a month. If you do not exceed that, then it doesn't go up.
So where is there a half wash?
Well, no, you just.
Oh, if you just average over the.
Yeah, so like every other week, run it through. And as long as you don't exceed that, 3.5 a month.
Okay.
I'm sorry, a month over a quarter.
Okay.
So, but they said, no, we did away with that. So it's $22 for 3 months, and then it goes to $29, and it stays there for the ultimate. Now they should be a freaking sponsor. Holy crap! I just gave their whole spiel.
Okay, Crew Car Wash. I am willing to take you back.
Yes. I'm
telling you, this episode we're tagging Bissell, Crew Car Wash. This is actually a really important episode because we spend so much time in our cars. Those of us who have gotten back outside.
I only have one song that could be considered a love song, and I can't even play it all, but I'll put a little piece of it on there.
Okay. That's the one that
Something's going on. Can I smell you?
I'm so glad that there's not a delay when you shut that off.
I know.
I don't want to have to go edit post.
What a great song, though.
That is a great song.
Is it?
Now that we've played it twice, we're definitely going to get in trouble. Yeah, so we need to reach out to them.
Yeah.
I'm going to tag them on Instagram.
Everybody seems to be happy that works there too. That's weird.
Yes.
You never get the person that's just like, if you even speak to me, I will.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like,
well, and there's just like with Chick-fil-A and what's the other one? Is it Culver's? There's just like really nice, respectful kids that work there.
Yeah.
And actually, the one that I go to at Hamilton Town Center is right next to the Chick-fil-A. So sometimes you go through Chick-fil-A and you pull right into Crew, and then you're sitting there eating your Chick-fil-A.
okay.
And then by the time you get around to the interior, you throw away the Chick-fil-A and then they suck up all the fries. See?
You got a system.
I got a system. So with that said, do you eat in your car?
Not normally because it smells and.
Okay. Because that was one thing, friend of the show, my friend in Kentucky, said that he does not eat in his car.
Is he on the road a lot?
He is.
He's not a trucker, though, thankfully.
No, he's not a trucker. He just covers the Midwest for his company. But I do eat in my car, but I have a system. I have a system. So I eat in the car. The kiddo eats in the car.
Of course,
as soon as we pull into the driveway.
Prince Charles there.
Oh, my God.
Go ahead.
He's so good. He really is. Other than just some random crushed goldfish here and there.
That's where it starts. That's a gateway snack food.
He's 8 years old. He's 8 years old. If he was going to be a problem, it would have been 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
Okay.
Like when they don't have any awareness of.
We're going to come back to this episode in 4 years and we'll see.
He'll hand me his bag. Like if we get fast food, when he's done, he's like, here, Mommy, here's my wrapper or here's my bag.
Because he's little Prince Charles. He's like, get this out of here, woman. Yeah. Is this only
I'm just saying he knows not to just throw it on the ground.
Okay.
So what? He's only mustard. I get my stuff without pickle. I like pickle, but I don't necessarily. It messes up the whole flavor of the condiments. I don't know.
You know, that's a good point because you have to have the correct ratios.
Yes.
That's why, like McDonald's, people that eat at McDonald's, you look at people get that double quarter pounder.
Oh, yeah, that's too much meat.
It's
too much meat.
Please, we know that. But it's your meat to condom ratio is way off.
To condom?
Condiments. Sorry.
I knew you were going to do that. I'm so glad I can see your face now.
I'm gonna put this other one back. I think.
What other one
Just
back?
to spite you. That other computer.
No, because I can see your face.
I know.
But I would like to do the what is it with the fence that we talked about?
Yeah, the Mr. Wilson fence.
Mr. Wilson, yes, we need to do that.
Oh.
As far as taping you, I think that would be funny.
Are you ready for our sponsor this week?
Oh yeah, Eric has a sponsor. You found us a sponsor.
Y'all tired of eating that barbecue from up the street? Where they give you more sauce than they give you meat? Well, bring your big ass down to Bruh's. 15837 South Crenshaw Boulevard. That's right off Manchester. Bruh's Barbecue. Tastes so good, make you want to slap your mama. Don't it, Willie?
Yeah, boy. Hey, mama.
What the hell you want? Every one location, so it's...
What is that from?
Is it Friday after next?
I can't remember. I was not a Friday fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the first one was really good, I thought, but yeah, I'm going to try to find just little sponsors like that throughout.
I appreciate that.
Woody's Lumber is going to be next week, I believe.
Woody's Lumber.
It's
And
very
what
good.
barbecue was that? What was it called?
Now you're going to make me play it again.
Was
Is
that-
it Brothers Barbecue?
Was it Brothers?
Hang on.
Y'all tired of eating that barbecue from up the street? Where they give you more sauce
Yeah, it's
than they
Brothers
give you
Barbecue.
meat?
Brothers
Well,
Barbecue.
bring your big ass down to Bruh's Barbecue.
Yeah.
Bros, but yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
You know, I need to call KFC to see if anyone got the finger spork.
Lauren might have because she listens and then she kept asking me.
Okay.
And then I started.
So my chiropractor is right across the street from there. So I told him, I said, hey, you should just run across the street and grab that.
Yeah.
I need to check with them. Speaking of my chiropractor, when you were talking about bed bugs, because I've been asking different people about like
Go ahead. I'm just going to.
the worst things that they've seen. You're just going to make a phone call?
Yeah, I'm going to
Seriously?
call and see if.
Oh, if she got it.
Hey, man, are you still in the office? Is Lauren out there? Hey, can you ever pop in the studio for a second? Thanks. Bye.
Tell her to be appropriate.
Oh, it's Lauren. Are you kidding me? She's super appropriate. Let's,
Okay, while we're waiting for Lauren. So my chiropractor, I asked him, I said, okay, what is the grossest thing that you've seen or something that
probably
grosses
don't
you
even wanna
out?
know.
Well, he said, because he does some stuff downtown for, I'm not going to say for who, but it's more of like a non-profit type thing. So the people that he deals with.
Come on in.
Oh.
Have her come
Hi.
over. Come on in. Go over there.
Hi,
Could you go by
Lauren.
this microphone? This is Lauren. This is our lovely assistant, Lauren, behind the scenes. Okay, Lauren.
You are on video right there.
Did
I had a feeling. I thought, oh
Lauren?
Hi, Lauren. You are our
did
first guest.
Yes, first guest. Long time listener, first time guest. Did you go to the KFC and get that?
Finger spork.
no, but I love those. They're the coolest thing.
Could
You
you
already
tell
have
everyone what happened when you wanted to touch this one?
It wasn't good.
No,
Did
she was
he-
denied
Did
immediately.
he smack your hand?
Not quite, but if I got close, he probably would have.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
I'm not
You
afraid
are
to throw a
so
pool
sweet.
ball.
Please
Thanks.
don't let him smack you.
Oh.
So you already had the finger spork? I feel like this is a groundbreaking interview. You already had one of the sporks?
No, she saw this and
Oh,
loved it.
she just saw
Yeah,
it.
and then she wanted
And
to touch
she wanted it.
She was denied.
It's brilliant.
But
item.
Isn't
Lauren,
it great?
Lauren listens to the show, so she is going to go down and get it if it's not if it's
Do you
still
want
there.
to tell us what your favorite episode has been?
Yeah, Lauren, please tell us.
Well,
It's okay, Lauren.
this is actually my first time listening.
Okay,
That's okay.
that did it. Okay, because Lauren, you made me send you that stuff. You said, "Now, what is the name of that show?" And
Yes.
and I
She
did.
said, oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's a couple I was interested in.
Okay.
There should be a lot that you're interested
There
in.
is.
You know what?
I
Why
do
don't you
love
go back to
learning.
your desk and maybe click on Spotify?
Yeah.
Oh,
If you
I'm
look,
just
okay,
kidding,
what-
Lauren.
which episode was it that this was revealed?
Oh, that was the finger licking episode.
Okay, so it's called
Yeah,
finger
It's
licking.
appropriate.
Poor Lauren, the look on her face. That probably is the best one for her. I think all the other ones would just send her into the fetal
Sarah
position.
is inappropriate the entire time.
Yes.
Lauren,
that
would
is
you
true.
take my trebuchet over and show the listeners the
trebuchet?
what?
This isn't show and tell.
What?
Okay,
If you want to show your stuff on air, you need to put a camera on you.
No.
Quit having Lauren do.
Come on, Lauren.
Trust me
Yes,
to touch
just
your-
yes.
No, he's not going to smack my hand.
No,
I
not this
don't
time.
No, I think he may. We
The-
talked about a giant arm to. Okay, here, Lauren, show show
It's-
the people Eric's
It's just
toy.
magnificent, isn't it?
It is. I'm going to
Yeah.
show you a couple views.
Okay, that's great. Look at Lauren. Yeah,
We need a round of
wonderful.
applause for Vanna
People
White
to
here.
be- yes.
I think we have the new intern for the show.
This is appropriate.
Right? Like,
You're welcome.
Lauren is good at research, so yeah, you probably could bring her
Are
in as
you?
she can be the intern for the show and be an occasional guest for.
so if we send her a topic, she can find like all of the dirty, gross
Possibly.
stuff.
She-
Yeah.
I think it's intriguing.
She's
A lot,
more.
I think that's intriguing.
Thank
so.
you.
She sticks with her morals. So Lauren, when we talked about it's time to get Lauren a new
Poor
computer.
Lauren.
Oh,
So Lauren's computer, she goes, it's only 10 years old.
it's not even 10 years old. I got it in 2016.
Okay.
It's
He's
old enough.
exaggerating.
Oh, but you're just okay.
But she wants to know what all of these companies are up to. Okay, it has an Intel chip. What is Intel's personal business like?
Not quite.
She's never going to get
But I
one.
am interested.
She's
I'm just going to make informed decisions.
Informed decisions.
You know what? I like that. But she's inquisitive.
Okay.
She wants to learn.
So
She's
are
going to be
raccoons.
involved. Yeah,
It's true.
so are raccoons.
Trash pandas.
They only carry various diseases. So
Well, so does no.
yeah. Well, thank you, Lauren.
You're
thank you
welcome.
for
Joining
for
in.
being here. And yeah,
So-
go click on.
Go click on that episode, listen to it.
We're also on iTunes and iHeartRadio. So
Yeah.
yeah, go start
So
clicking.
you have no excuses, Lauren. Thank you.
Well, and seriously, these little fingers, forks, is that just plastic?
Hey, if you go,
You can get your very own.
yeah,
I'm
if you
not
go to the
telling you.
KFC, it's the KFC off of 37 in Noblesville, right at 141st,
Only one.
and there's a $10 gift card with it.
Oh, do you have to ask for it or do you buy it?
So you don't buy it. You just pull up and say that I listened to. He's holding the thing.
Someone
Don't
gave this
pay
to me
attention
today
to
that works
him.
here. That's in a wheelchair.
Don't pay attention to him.
I
Just tell them that you listen to the Y'all Dirty podcast.
It really is fantastic.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I think it's very interesting.
Thank you.
So,
I
Okay.
think Lauren did know about the concept
Let's-
of the show.
let's give
now
her a
you
round
just
of
need
applause.
to get thank you.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you, Lauren.
We'll see you next.
First guest.
We'll let you know when it's time
not
for you to
the
come back in.
last.
And-
I'll be prepared whenever Eric says, hey, can you come here? Of course.
Of course.
Of course, Eric wants you to run when he says, "Please
barely.
come here."
Oh, stop it. Now, does this have only mustard? He only eat with no.
He's
with,
8 years old and he
setting him up
likes
to be- he's
mustard
gonna be a
only.
tyrant.
What, he's going to ask for dill? Like, what do you expect him to ask
Hey,
for?
If you introduce it early enough, who knows?
This is true. Bobby Knight started out only liking mustard, and look, he threw that chair at that old
I
lady.
love Bobby. You can't trash Bobby Knight in front of my family. I'm just saying.
We like Bobby Knight. I'm just saying it probably started out with this
It
mustard
probably
only.
did, yes.
Turned into a tyrant.
Thank you, Lauren. You're lovely. We
Thank you.
appreciate you.
Lauren, everybody.
Lauren backed out slowly. Did you see that? She didn't want to turn her back on us.
Well,
Oh, she's
know.
laughing in the hallway. What a sweet girl. I like her. Okay, so she didn't get the spork.
if
I would-
it's still there, I mean, we'll
I
see.
know. We'll see. But you know what's funny is that we don't know if it's still there. So now we've just sent her down there.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, so since I printed this one little tiny article, I'm just going to read the couple of things that I highlighted. So the steering wheel, just like in your clip, it turns out the steering wheel is the dirtiest thing in the car's interior. 700 different strains of bacteria. What's breeding in the cabin of your car. 6 times dirtier than your smartphone screen, which, by the way, topped in at number 1 on WebMD's grossest list. So if it's 6 times dirtier than your smartphone screen, why wasn't it number 1?
Ooh, inquiring minds.
I know, right? I like Lauren. I think she needs to be our show intern. Is she new?
Sure.
Is she new?
Mm,
Or she's just not here at this time?
yeah, she's usually not here
Eric
this
and
late.
I come after hours. Okay. Oh, the other thing. So when you go to get gas, the pump handle is 11,000 times dirtier than a public toilet seat. We need to do a toilet seat episode soon because everything is compared to a toilet seat.
I had to replace one in our guest bathroom.
Yeah.
And I picked up a Kohler, and it said it's antimicrobial, and I don't know about this. It's like those remote controls in a lot of the hotels are
Right.
I could see them impregnating the plastic with something, but it's not going to last. You know what I mean? It's like it's antimicrobial for 30 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So add that to your little. Maybe get Lauren to research that.
Yeah. We'll make a list for Lauren.
Oh, that's great.
She's lovely. Do you think she she knew she was coming into the studio, but do you think that she knew that there was a video?
I think everyone's going to be able to tell from the look on her face of shock and horror that she had no idea.
Especially when you're like, hey, go stand by Sarah, and then she sees that she's on the thing.
Poor Lauren.
We need to have her sign a consent form because she's going to be on YouTube.
Yes.
Because I'm not doing any editing.
Great.
Unless I throw up one day doing an episode, I'm not doing any editing. It's too much work.
I'm keeping the audio of it. Just letting you know.
Oh, goodness. You know, you were going to totally call me fussy. That's why I didn't do it. But I actually have, so as far as keeping the car organized, I have one of those collapsible crates, and I was going to bring in all my stuff. But you're like, hurry, get in here. I'm ready to go. So I left it in the car.
You make me sound like I'm I'm the only mustard person here. Holy moly.
Oh, goodness. But yeah, so I keep like the interior, like the Armor All wipes in the car. I also keep Clorox wipes for the steering wheel. And I keep this little Bissell. So my routine at night is when I pull in the driveway, first of all, I take all the water bottles out every night. So if he and I both have had water bottles, and those go in my, I know I'm OCD. Those go inside and they go into my humidifier.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Well, but some of those still have minerals in them, though.
Yeah. Well, I use distilled water, but
your water bottles aren't. Distilled.
Right. But we drink like the spring water, which I think because it's not just tap. You just don't want to use tap water.
Spring water though has minerals in it.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
you're basically putting tap water in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But the times that I have used tap water, just because I was lazy and didn't want to go grab the gallon of distilled, within a couple of days, it got real
crusty,
like, mildew. That we still have to talk about biofilm, the pink stuff.
Yeah, gross.
We have so much to do. What are we at time wise?
57 minutes.
Look at us. What else do you want to talk about? Oh, so that's my routine. You're looking at me. So I take in the water bottles, I take in trash, I take the Bissell, because sometimes this is charging inside, so when I get home, it's ready to go. But I vacuum the front and back seats. I take in all of our...
Every day you do this?
Well, this I do like every 2 to 3 days. Okay. I don't always, like, especially if it's raining, I'm not going to go out and...
Sure.
But now that I've canceled my Crew car wash, which, Crew, if you want to get me back... Now's the time. Or Bissell can send me more of these for free.
Then you can take all your Bissell money and go back to Crew.
Right, yeah. I do love the Crew people, though, because once you pull into that little belt and you're inside and they've got the coffee and whatever, but those kids just jump in the car with all those hoses. Like 6 kids. But I will say this, Crew, they never clean the steering wheel. I actually have to take one of my own wipes. Like when we're done, I normally go to Chick-fil-A.
Please use a very
then I go to Crew.
Look on your face and do it as you stare at them, like Yeah.
Well, because they've got all the windows where they can see outside, so I just start wiping the steering wheel, or I just hop in with them. Could you imagine?
Oh, I can with you.
If it starts going down the belt, and I just hop in and say, "Here, I'm gonna help."
Yeah, I can totally see you doing that.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think that's for suckers. I mean,
what's for suckers?
$20 and they just sweep it out
for a month. Well, they take the so they take out the floor mats and run them through the water thing. They actually wash them.
Okay.
And then they take the vacuums and they do all that, and then they wipe all the windows inside and out. I mean, they do wipe down stuff. They just don't. I just think they take a towel over the steering wheel.
Okay.
Because there have been times where my steering wheel has felt just like a little sticky.
Mm-hmm.
And I get back in the car and it still feels sticky. So it's like, okay, clearly you didn't take a wipe to this. So then I have to climb back out. But that's when I get gas is when I leave there, because I also keep paper towels in my car. So when I open up the back and it's still kind of like dripping from the car wash, then that's when I clean the back part. And we'll have to talk about exterior.
I can't imagine taking a road trip, like a big long road trip with you.
It's very, so when I go on vacation, I'm very, like, as far as schedule wise, I'm not a planner. I don't like to plan every second.
Sure.
So I'm laid back. But if it's a road trip, we're stopping at every rest stop. Like, I have to restart. Like, I have to get out and stretch. Yeah. Well, you're not surprised.
Very old. You need to stretch.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So it just says make sure to wipe down surfaces like the steering wheel, gear shift, door handles, and audio controls.
So what about
your keys?
Yeah, the keys.
The keys.
Cars. Yeah, my truck actually has a key.
Your truck has a key. What do you mean? Oh, like a physical key.
Yeah, I haven't had a key. I couldn't tell you. I mean, it's been a long time, and then I went back, and now my truck has a key.
Oh.
So what about the exterior? What do you do for your paint?
Well, that's going to be another episode because we're already running out of time.
Clay bars.
Because like in that one video where the guy was washing the outside and detailing and all that stuff. I mean, I feel like it's a completely different episode for down the road.
Okay.
So, so the show that you were watching, what the clip was from, what is that?
Top Gear. Well,
okay.
Those guys are now on the Grand Tour, Amazon, but yep.
How old is that show? Because I feel like
it's been on for a long time.
Like 20 years, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I remember watching it at one point.
Yeah.
Yeah, There was one video where this van had been on like Pimp My Ride, and then it was abandoned. And then that guy was going to like go in and clean the inside of it. And it was pretty interesting. So I'm curious. I know like if a car has been in a flood, they have to put that, obviously on the Carfax report or whatever. But do you know how they like clean those? I mean, do they just have to rip everything out if it's been flooded, or
I think
it just? Yeah,
they sweep them out and then they use like a Bissell to pull the water out, but that's it's the damage left behind. And I'll tell you another one. If you're looking at a used car and it has come through an auction in Michigan because it was owned in Canada. That happens a lot.
Are you just picking on the Canadians?
Nope.
Okay.
So, especially if you're like, I was really trying to find another F-150.
Okay.
They bring them back through Canada or through the auctions because the Canadian money isn't worth anything. So they make money on that. But those trucks are used in the oil fields. They're used and they're in salt all the time. Like those trucks are just a nightmare. If you really start looking at them, I looked at one that looked like it had flood damage, had so much corrosion and weird spots. I was like, this is terrible.
My cousin in Tampa was getting sick all the time, and they found out that there was mold in the car. They live in Florida. Well, I said Tampa, so obviously. But so then they bought a brand new car, and she still wasn't feeling better. And she kept taking it back saying, I know there's, like, I can smell it. I know there's mold in this car, and it was brand new. So finally she took it to somebody that actually ripped everything like away from the door. And sure enough, there was mold in a brand new car.
Yeah.
So,
it's a big, humid basement.
Yes. Ooh. And that's one thing when you go, to get your oil changed, to make sure that you let them change the air cabin filter and all that stuff.
You know what they charge? You know what Volkswagen charges for that?
What?
Like $50.
Oh.
And it takes, you see how simple it is?
No, they just show it to me and say, do you want to change? Like now I'm at a point where I kind of know, because at first I was like, ooh, that looks really dirty. But now I feel like I'm filter savvy and it's like, that can go one more time.
If you're going to buy filters of any kind, Wix is what you want.
Will you change my air cabin filter for me? Will you really?
Yeah. Wix, do a Wix filter, Wix oil filters. They're the best.
Okay.
It's the only filter they didn't have a failure over here at the There's a hydro oil place over here that does all the lubricants for Honda.
Oh.
Yeah, their Wix is if you're using synthetic, the Wix XP, I think they call it.
So that's the oil is the Wix?
No, they just make filters.
Oh, gotcha.
Oil filters, air filters, cabin filters.
Okay.
Yep, Wix.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that we missed some things just because we got sidetracked, but that was fun. It's been a while since I've seen you. We have to start Patreon again.
Do we though?
Yes, we do.
Okay, I've got a special song. I'm going to do different songs as the outro from now on, and I've got one loaded.
Okay, well, let me just tell them. So go to y'alldirtypodcast.com. We need to figure out, I forgot I had a coffee mug made. I forgot to bring it.
Yeah, what's your deal, lady?
I don't know. I'm just not focused. Yeah, so visit us at y'alldirtypodcast.com. Email us at y'alldirty@outlook.com. And we'll see you next time for a very fun and educational episode. Maybe before Thanksgiving, right?
Maybe.
Yes. Say goodbye, Eric.
Goodbye, Eric.
Yo,